filed by Pakistan Bar Council. Who represents Pakistan Bar Council? So they had sought full court, and there are two more CMAs, CMA 3166 and 3199. They had also sought full court. So these applications have become in a way allowed. Okay? So now we proceed to hear your contentions. The rest of you can take a seat. Khawaja Saab will first address, and then the others can address.
I'll hand it over to Mr. Imtiaz Siddiqui, sir, because he's, to be very honest, sir, at the time of the, when this was first heard by 8 judges, Mr. Imtiaz Siddiqui led the arguments. He's fully prepared, but I would like to say a few words.
Let's forget the past. Today is the first date of hearing.
I'll say a few words, and then I'll leave the please to Mr. Imtiaz Siddiqui. I want to make it one thing very clear. When this Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act came into force, or became in the form of a bill and later became an act, I read clauses 1 and 2 thereof. Your lords have this act in front of you.
I think one of the petitioners has filed it. It's CMA 5104. I don't know who is 5104. It's attached with it. Ji, please read it. Argue as you please.
By the end of your
petition, or which is the petition that you?
I will be starting from 6, sir. Because 6 is the one when the orders have been passed. But may I also say,
you started with the Practice and Procedure Act. You wanted to read it.
I'll read it. Before I do that, there is an order dated 2nd of May.
Ajay sir,
let's forget about the past,
because we are not. Don't do this.
Okay. So I'll say. Let's bury the past.
Don't bury it. It's part. You can't bury the past.
All right. For the time being, we
argue as if you are arguing for the first time.
For the first time.
Thank you.
Well, I do say here.
I may ask a question. Khawaja Saab, idhar dekhen. You have endorsed the sitting of the full court, which is fine. But I'm just wondering what will happen to Section 5 in the event if the law is upheld. There is a right of appeal that is provided under this law. In that case, then how do you visualize that right being exercised?
I was going to come to that. I'm very thankful to leadership, because if the full court is going to hear it, then I have no right of appeal.
But in the event, since we are hearing the vagaries of this law, what will happen to this right if a full court is now going to proceed with the matter?
In fact, when I go through the law, there are so many things.
वो अपनी जगह है ना जी. Let's just assume बहस हो जाएगी. Section 5 को फिर क्या होगा? Will Section 5 not be exercised by one party?
But it says that an appeal shall lie within 30 days from an order of a bench exercising jurisdiction under Clause 3 of Article 184 of the Constitution.
Khawaja Saab, if I may interject, you please proceed as you want to. Let's read the Act together. Whatever you want to comment about the Act, and please also address the query that has been addressed to you in your own manner as you wish. So let's start with the Act at least.
I would like to answer that when I'm going through this, because this is a...
So let's start reading the Act. Do you want to read the Act or you don't want to read the Act?
I will read the Act now. I'll start with Section 1. But first of all, let me say this one. I would just state this thing, that by the end of your honest tenure, if I'm still alive, I would have completed 50 years of practice in this honorable court.
Can you please read? No, let's not do that.
Let me say.
This is public time.
When I saw this Act,
let's read it. When you saw it, we're not interested.
See, the Section 2 thereof.
Please read the whole act.
I read it, sir. Whereas Article 191, I'm reading the preamble, 191 of the Constitution provides that subject to the Constitution and law, the Supreme Court may make rules regulating the practice and procedure of the Supreme Court. Now, at present, there are the 1980 rules which govern the procedure here in the Supreme Court. Before that, there were the 1956 rules. The 1980 rules were on account of a judgment which came in 1979.
Wajah Saab, please focus.
Okay, I'm focusing myself.
We know all the
give
1980 rules.
Background.
No, please don't. We don't. The country expects 57,000 cases to be decided.